Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Standley with Standley Handcrafted, and today I wanted to talk about a topic that's come up a few times, not only for me personally, but a topic that's come up in the group as well. And that is, should you be making your own candles or just getting them wholesale and then selling them that way? Now, obviously being in a Facebook group where people are making candles, that's usually not something that a lot of people want to do. They want to be able to make their candles, they want to put them on the shelves, they want to know that their hard work is being appreciated, and also that you're getting a big profit from something that you kind of handcrafted. And the reason I want to make a video about this one is this is definitely something that I've thought about recently. It's something I thought about in the past, but definitely more recently, just with everything kind of ramping up, business kind of going up, just normal growth that a lot of people have. And of course, dealing with one of the shops that I sell to, they thought about doing the same thing. What sparked this originally was a shop that I have been selling to for several years now. One of the owners saw that I made videos, and she mentioned that she was going to go and try to make her own candles, which I thought was a great idea. I told her to go check it out, let me know if she had any questions. I'm more than happy to help her. And I wasn't even concerned with losing business, because if she started to make her own candles, obviously she's not going to buy from me. But again, I wasn't too concerned with this because I knew something that she didn't, and that is making candles is not an easy thing. It's not quick, it's not an easy pickup, it's not an easy learn. Some people do get it right away, but for the most part, a lot of people are gonna put a lot of money into this, they're gonna spend a lot of time into this, so it's not something that any shop owner or a lot of people are just gonna go out and do themselves. The other reason I wasn't too concerned with this one is because she does run a full-time shop on her own. So she's at least working 40, 50, probably sometimes 60 hours a week, just dealing with her normal inventory, anything like that. So adding another part-time or full-time job on this, depending on how you make candles, and anybody that watches my videos that is in the Facebook group that makes their own candles, you know that this is another full-time job. So for her to leave work after being there for 10, 12 hours doing everything, and then go home and spend another couple hours making candles, it's definitely one of those things that sparked the question, do you make your own candles or should you get them wholesale? Now, of course, this is gonna be different for everybody's situation depending on where you are. I love making my own candles, even though I have thought about getting some wholesale and then just doing private label, putting my own labels on them. And the only reason I've even thought about something like that is just because I spend a lot more time doing a lot of testing, a lot of videos, a lot of online classes. So my time to make my own candles is definitely going down quite a bit. I do get one benefit of doing a lot of testing. I use those candles and I pour a lot of candles that I then turn around and sell. And not only when I'm doing the testing, I always have 6006 melting in the background. So I end up making 20, 30 candles all the time anyway, so that I always have something in stock. But in the case of the shop owner, and this is definitely gonna be the case with a lot of people in the Facebook group and a lot of people coming to watch these videos, is do you want to spend the extra time creating your own candles for what would amount to a little bit more profit? Now, if you're selling a lot of candles, that's a lot more profit, but if you go out and you look at any wholesale companies, even some of the big manufacturers, and I'm not talking Yankee Candle, I'm talking more kind of unique kind of shop brands, people that are still selling on a large scale, but not like a Yankee Candle Walmart scale. You can definitely find a lot of those wholesale candles for anywhere from $8 to $14. Now, obviously that's a big investment going into it, and they do have a lot of minimum order quantities that are probably gonna push a lot of people out, but there are a lot of people, especially again, in the DIY Facebook group, who sell their candles wholesale for anywhere from $6 to $10. And that's a much better amount to go for if you're looking for kind of an initial jump into getting candles, putting your own labels on them and selling them. Now, obviously my channel is all about how to make your own candles, but I did want to make this a topic for people to think about. And the reason I say that is because there are a lot of people in the group and that watch these videos, like I said, who own their own shops and they want to have another stream of revenue, another product on the shelves that gives them a really good profit margin. And candles are definitely that. The 8-ounce jelly jar, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I make those for around $2.50. I think it's like $2.53 per candle. And that's basically, that's material cost. That's not electricity counted in or anything like that. So you really bump those up to more like $3.50 with labor and everything like that. And then I sell those wholesale for $6 to $7. And then turn around and sell those at retail for $12 to $14. Now that's a really good profit from $3 to $14. And of course, if you own your own shop and you've got that extra income coming in and that extra profit margin, that's a real nice thing. But what you need to take into consideration is the time that it takes you to make those. Like I said, with the shop owner that I sell to, she's working 50 hours a week. To go home and spend another 20, 30, or even 40 hours making more candles for what, like I said before, amounts to another couple $100s in profit. Now for me personally, this is where I kind of go back and forth. It's like, do you want to spend that extra 20, 30 hours making an extra couple $100s, or making like an extra $600, or would you rather get them wholesale? You save that 20, 30 hours and you still make a profit of around $400. And for me, I'm definitely at that point now where that extra time means so much more and is so much more valuable than an extra $200 or $300 or $400. So if I could buy a set of candles for around like $300 and sell them for around $600 to $700, that's a really good profit, and I'm not out anything more than getting online, filling out their order form, and bringing them in, and then spending my time to sell them and market them. Now, where this kind of jumps to the other side of this is if you do own your own candle shop or anything like that, obviously you've got plenty of time. I know somebody personally who has their own shop. She makes candles in the shop, does everything right there. She is not gonna outsource her candles and then bring them in, because that's what her business is. It's definitely worth her time to make everything there. And again, you get into things like quality control. You know exactly how those candles are made. You know exactly how those candles are going to perform. You know exactly the scents that are in those. And you definitely have the peace of mind and the satisfaction of knowing that somebody's buying your product. But like I said, this is definitely one of those topics that I wanted to bring up, because there's a lot of people that get into candle making knowing that the profit margins are good. And this is something that I'd like people to kind of think about before they go down the road that they want to go to. And that is, what kind of time are you looking at? What kind of profit margins are you looking at? How busy are you, and do you have the time to make your own candles and then sell them? Because like I said in the beginning of this video, making and selling candles is not an easy thing. Making candles is a big investment in the beginning. It takes a lot of time to make them, to perfect them, to test them. And then of course, once you get on the other side of that, it takes a hell of a lot of work to go through and sell these. Getting onto Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything like that, Etsy, your own website, going through marketing and pushing these things, creating ads and getting people to come into your shop and see those, or come to your website and see those, that's a lot of work. So it's definitely going to be worth your time to consider both of those options, making your own and selling them, or buying wholesale and selling those. So I hope that helps a few people out there who are kind of in that position, who don't really know which way to go. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below, or jump over to the forum, DIYcandlemaker.com, and just start the discussion there. And of course, the DIY Facebook group, where this discussion has already been going on and will continue after this video. So definitely jump over there, sign up, get into the conversation. And if you are looking for people who are making wholesale candles and you want to buy wholesale candles, definitely go over to the DIY Facebook group, because there are literally thousands of candle makers in there who would be more than happy to sell you candles for you to sell in your shop. So I hope that video was helpful. You can follow me on any of the social media platforms that I've listed down in the video description: Facebook, Instagram, my website. You can text me your questions at 253-303-7968. And if you do want to make your own candles, I have all these videos that you can go through. I show you exactly how to do that. And then if you're not a fan of videos, you more like a step-by-step guide, I do have ebooks on my website, and I'll go ahead and list that down below as well. And you can jump over there, pick the wax that you want, and get a full color step-by-step guide with a bunch of tips and a bunch of helpful suggestions on how to make your own candles. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a like. It helps kind of rank up in the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.